Hello, I'm Patty, and this is a story about relearning how to live. The story behind my song, 22. There's a moment in life where you realize that survival is not the same thing as living. For me, that realization came at the age of 22, the age that I am right now, sitting in a dimly lit room surrounded by my piano and my mic, catching dust, and piles of psych assignments being submitted at 11:58 p.m., just as this video is going to be submitted. Realizing I had spent years trying to hold everything together without ever asking myself if I was okay with that sacrifice. Out of that silence, I wrote a song called 22. It's not just a coming of age track, it's about rebuilding identity after burnout, imposter syndrome, and loss of self. Throughout this song, I wanted to capture what it feels like to be young, successful on paper, but emotionally out of sync with time. Like you're both 16 and 40 all at once. Today, I want to show you why 22 is more than just a song. By the end of this, you'll understand three things. 1. What inspired 22? The struggle between time, control, and imposter syndrome. 2. How I created it. Songwriting as a form of self-realization and self-actualization. 3. Why it matters. As a mirror for all of us learning to take back our own narratives. Let's focus on 1, the inspiration. Time, control, and imposter syndrome. When I wrote 22, I was balancing school, research, creative work, relationships, and this quite crippling fear that I did not belong in any of those boxes. I was doing everything correct, but internally I felt like a fraud. Being a psych minor helped me define that feeling as imposter syndrome, a chronic sense of self-doubt despite external success. According to Frontiers in Psychology, published in 2023, young adults facing major life transitions often experience heightened imposter feelings, which can lead to burnout, perfectionism, and identity confusion. That idea is echoed beautifully in a TED Ed video by Elizabeth Cox, who explains that imposter syndrome is often rooted in the false belief that everybody else has life figured out while we're still catching up. This feeling intensifies when I see people younger than me being much more successful in the field of music, while I sit here juggling whether I want to go into a PhD program or nursing school. Elizabeth Cox reminds us that this feeling does not mean we are unqualified, it just means that we care deeply about doing things well. Just like the lyrics in my verse 1. I wonder where the years have gone. How am I still holding on? I'm tired of being strong. Have I been broken all along? Maybe I'm not made for this. Every win feels counterfeit. That lyric captures exactly what Cox describes. The emotional weight of pretending like you're fine when inside you're feeling unsteady. The realization of the exhaustion behind growing up too quickly. How the armor I had built to survive might be the very thing keeping me from healing and growing. That awareness did not happen overnight. It came through creating the song itself after years of experiencing life. Now let's move on to 2, the creation of the song. Songwriting as self-realization. The song began with a voice note on my phone of me crying while singing, with the beginning of my chorus. I don't feel like I'm 22, I'm starting to get anxious. From there, I built each verse like a confession. Musically, I leaned into modern pop and R&B production, layered harmonies, emotional crescendos to reflect the conflict between vulnerability and strength. The structure mirrors the feelings of anxiety looping in cycles. Verse, chorus, bridge, repeat, like overthinking on a beat. I don't feel like I'm 22, I'm starting to get anxious. Thought I had a lot of time to figure out what I wanted. But here I am again, learning how to live through the pain. That line, here I am again, learning how to live through the pain, became the heart of the song. It is not just about overcoming hardships in life, but continuing despite them. A 2022 study in the Journal of Music Therapy found that songwriting helps individuals externalize emotion, giving them power over that emotion rather than being consumed by it. That's what happened here. Writing 22 was a process of self-realization, taking something painful and shaping it into something beautiful, something true. 3. The meaning and relevance, reclaiming control. By the bridge, the tone shifts. Too young to feel this now. My day ones were here for fun. Maybe I was the one. Didn't see who I'd become. This is where acceptance enters society. The story. That realization that the control is not about being perfect, it's about being present. At its core, 22 is not just my story. It's for anyone who has ever felt behind, uncertain, or disconnected from who they used to be and far from who they want to be. We live in a generation obsessed with milestones, degrees, followers, deadlines, perfectionism. And sometimes that pressure steals the joy of just existing. The song became a reminder. It's okay to slow down, to learn what living actually feels like. Maybe you felt that too, that quiet panic that you are running out of time. But 22 reminds us that growth does not happen on schedule. It happens in moments of honesty, when you stop pretending and start listening to yourself again. You become yourself again. So as we come to a close, here I am again, learning how to live through the pain. The lyric sums it all up. 22 began as a cry for help, but it became an anthem for survival with intention. It taught me that healing is not linear, but the creativity can transform what hurts most into something that connects us all. So as we all move through our own versions of growing up, at the age of 22, 32, or 52, I hope this song reminds you, you do not have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep showing up for yourself. Thank you.